Paldea Evolved is almost here, and we are looking at all the Darkness type cards coming in the latest set. Welcome to Jank Play TCG. My name's Landon, and here we play Jank. And so we are going to be looking at the Darkness type cards here, and let's get started with Paldean Wooper. One colorless energy, find a home, search your deck for a stadium card, reveal it, put it in your hand, then shuffle your deck. That's not bad. But just not really great. I don't know. I'd rather get it into play, not just into my hand. That's kind of the one big downside there. If I could get into play, that'd be a great, path to the peak sort of business. Get that into play as soon as possible and lock out your opponent from abilities and that kind of stuff. Single energy, 10 damage is whatever. Who cares? We do have another Paldean Wooper here. Single energy, 10 damage, 2 energy, 20 damage. It's fine. I kind of like the first one a little bit more just because of that flexibility to search for a stadium card. That's it. We do have a Paldean Clogsire EX ability, Poison Bog. During your turn, if there's a stadium in play, you may leave your opponent's active Pokemon poisoned. That's pretty good. Like I said, if Paldean Wooper put the stadium in play, I would like it a little bit more. And then this evolved next turn, you have a stadium in play, and just might as well poison your opponent. That's just a nice benefit. It's an extra 10 damage, possibly 30 damage, if they don't get on the active. And it's hard to say you don't like that ability. It's just extra damage. It does have a 3 energy attack, Needle Bone. Okay, 200 damage. Flip a coin. If tails, this Pokemon can't attack during your next turn. So that 200 damage is a little deceptive because of the Poison Bog ability. Be able to poison your opponent and add more damage there. Hisuian Sneasler can also add more damage, and that damage can escalate quite quickly. So I do like Paldean Clodsire. I hope it sees play. I think it could be a lot of fun and a lot of ways to really use it well. Next up, we do have Murkrow. This is part of the Unity Wings Pokemon, and I've already talked about that with Wattrill, so of course I'm going to love this Murkrow. Plus, it does hit weakness against Mew and Gardevoir, which is really good. So, 1 energy, spin turn, 10 damage, switch this with one of your bench Pokemon. Nothing important, because the other attack is also 1 energy, and you're going to be wanting to use this. Wings of Unity, 20 damage times. This attack does 20 more for each Pokemon in your discard pile with the Unity Wings attack. You've got 3 of them. You can max out at 240, there we go, 240 damage if you use a Ditto. If you don't, you're still doing 220, and you can hit for either Lightning type weakness or Darkness weakness here. I love these Pokemon. I don't think they're going to be a meta deck, but I think Rogue might be the wrong word, because I think it's going to see a lot of play, but it won't see top play, if that makes any sense. Then we have Honchkrow, single energy, 30 damage, 3 energy, 140, discard a card from your hand. If you can't discard a card, this attack does nothing. No, we don't really care about this Honchkrow. Murkrow is where it's at. You're not going to build a deck around this Honchkrow. You're going to be building a deck around Murkrow. Next up, we do have Sneasel, single energy, Dig Claws, 20 damage. Then we have Weavile here, ability, Hunt Assault. Once during your turn, when this Pokemon moves from your bench to the active spot, you may switch in one of your opponent's benched basic Pokemon to the active spot. I like it. Holy cow, I like it. When you move into the active with Weavile, you get to drag one of their basic Pokemon into the active spot. You get the choice. That's why I like it. Then all you need is a single energy to retreat or a switch card or something into your actual attacker, because this Weavile sadly does not have an attack that we really care about. 2 energy, 70 damage. Yet we don't care about that at all. Next up, we have Tyranitar, single darkness energy, route, 30 plus damage. This attack does 30 damage 30 more damage for each of your opponent's benched Pokemon. That can be an addition of 150 damage, so 180 damage in total. That's not bad for a single energy. 2 energy, though, you get 230 damage. Discard the top 4 cards of your deck. I worry about the discarding of cards when you're playing a Stage 2. I really like the route. However, as soon as your opponent sees that you're playing Tyranitar, they're going to try to limit their bench, forcing you into the Dread Mountain, which will discard the top 4 cards of your deck. And that could be hurtful if you discard, say, too many rare candy or something along those lines. So I like this Pokemon. I'm not sure if it's going to work out to your favor, but it might. And that might makes me really like it. It might be a fun deck. Sableye here, single energy, Dark Eye. Your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep, better than nothing. But its other attack is a single energy, Unseen Claw, 20 plus damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is affected by a special condition, this attack does 70 more damage. That's okay, 90 damage for a single energy if you can get them affected by another status condition. I would prefer if it was 70 more for each status condition, or 50 more for each status condition. Then Sableye would be awesome, but it's just a flat 70, so a total of 90. That really bugs me. So yeah, sadly, Sableye's probably not that great. Seviper here, single energy, Sharp Fang, 20 damage, 2 energy, Crosscut, 50 plus damage. If your opponent's active Pokemon is an evolution Pokemon, this attack does 50 more damage. So only 100 damage against an evolution Pokemon. Yeah, just not loving it. If it was an extra 100 damage, I'd be way more excited. But just 100 damage for 2 energy, just not worth it in my opinion, sadly. Next up, we have Dino. 2 energy, Ambush, 20 damage, flip a coin. If heads, does 20 more damage. Okay. 40 damage, 2 energy, not bad. Oh man, this Pokemon, I always mess up the name, I think. Ziwelios? Single energy, find a friend, search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon, reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. Search for any Pokemon, they go into your hand now. So you're going to, maybe you search out for some evolutions of Pokemon you already have, or some basics. They go into your hand, so that if you do search out basics, you're not getting them out on the field to evolve next turn. That's a rough one. 3 energy, 80 damage. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Hydreigon ability, Try Howl. Once during your turn, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of energy cards you find there to your Pokemon any way you like. Discard the other cards. The discarding of other cards has me a little worried. However, accelerating energy is phenomenal. It is on a stage 2, might be a little difficult to work out. Who exactly are you going to attach these to? If you're working all the way up to a stage 2, who do you have to attach to that is so important? The 3 energy 160 from Hydreigon just isn't good enough, in my opinion, for discarding cards and being a stage 2 and needing 3 energy and all that stuff. So you gotta have someone else you're attaching to. Looking at the top 3 cards may not be enough cards you're looking at as well. Next up, we have Mastiff here. Single energy, 10 damage plus. Flip a coin. If heads, this attack does 20 more. 30 damage for a single energy. I like it. Another Mastiff, 2 energy, 20 damage. 3 energy, 50 damage. Honestly, I like the 60 HP Mastiff more. Until that 10 damage matters, I like the 60 HP Mastiff more. I just do. Mastiff, 2 energy, of course evolving from Mastiff above. 2 energy, 20 damage during your opponent's next turn. If this Pokemon is damaged by any attack, put damage counters on the attacking Pokemon equal to the damage done to this Pokemon. That's kind of a big deal. You can use a double turbo energy, so you won't be doing any damage, but when your opponent attacks you, whatever damage they do, you do right back to them, which could really make someone question about these big attacks, want to gust you out of the active or something along those lines. Yeah, I've really loved that attack. I don't know how useful it will really be in the long run, but I do like it. And then for 3 energy, 100 damage. Just not worthwhile. Just not. I don't know. Just not good enough in my opinion. A Shroodle here. I really liked Shroodle from the beginning of Scarlet and Violet, the video game. So I'm excited to see what we've got in store here. So, first attack, Mushroom Hunt. Put a basic energy card from your discard pile into your hand. Not bad. I'd rather attach it somewhere. But at the same time, like, using this attack, you don't want to be using this attack. The other attack here, single energy, 10 damage. We got a Shroodle, another Shroodle here, Spit Poison, single energy, your opponent's active Pokemon's now poisoned. I think I would prefer this 60 HP Shroodle over the 50 HP Shroodle. And then, Grafai, I think it was said. I'm trying to remember from the promo so long ago. Single energy, your opponent's Pokemon's now poisoned, just like the 60 HP Shroodle. Another single energy attack, 40 times damage. Discard any number of basic energy cards from your hand. This attack does 40 damage for each type of basic energy card you discard in this way. That reminds me of the Smeargle, except you have to discard the card rather than just reveal them. It is different type of basic energy card. So you can't just get a bunch of darkness energy and do a bunch of damage. It has to be a completely different energy. How many basic energy are there in the game? Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the most that you can do, 8 times 4 is 3. Is that 320? I think 320 is a good number. Just getting all that energy into your hand just to discard is going to be tough. I do like it's a single energy attack. Also, 90 HP, so Level Ball and Rescue Carrier are on the table. I think something fun could happen with wow, I just forgot the name. Grafai? I think I probably got that wrong. And our final Darkness Pokemon here, Bombardier. Single energy delivery pocket. Search your deck for a basic Pokemon, put it onto your bench, then shuffle your deck. I like that it's onto the bench. I wish it was 2 Pokemon. A single Pokemon, it's just usually you're just getting 1 Pokemon out, and the Bombardier is going to get KO'd. Yeah, it's okay, but maybe this other attack will be better. 3 energy, Dark Edge, 120 damage, discard an energy from this Pokemon. No! If it was 1 darkness, double colorless, maybe 120, 3 energy, discard an energy. Ah, man, I'm just not loving this. Not loving this Bombardier. I am sorry. And that is all of the darkness Pokemon coming in Paldea Evolved. Were there any that stuck out to you? What is your favorite darkness Pokemon, and what darkness Pokemon are you going to use to build a deck around? Let me know down in the comments. Go ahead and like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you can see all of these set review videos I have coming out. You don't want to miss a single one, so be sure to subscribe. And join the Discord if you want. You know, hang out with a lot of cool people, and you could be one of them. We could have more one-on-one conversations. It's a lot of fun. And of course, until next time, keep playing Jank.